Well, hi everybody, Stuart here. A couple of months ago, I remember sitting at the church and announcing that the church was going to be closing its doors during the pandemic with the public order coming through. And I'm very pleased to be able to sit here today, and ironically I'm doing it from home because I thought that was very fitting to announce an end to the closing of our doors. The government have come out and told us that we're allowed to have 50 people. We're not allowed to sing. So you have to push down and hide your inner dancing and singing self to be able to meet, but we're going to do that. Now, unfortunately for us, all of our congregations are over 50. So what are we going to do? We want to open our doors, but we can't have more than 50 and we can't sing. Well, we did some consulting and we asked a number of people from different congregations what might work for them, and the executive and the staff all sat and mused over it, and we prayed about it. And to be honest, we have to take it 1 week at a time at the moment to see what works and what doesn't. But what we're planning to do is this Sunday we'll do as normal, because the amount of preparation work required, there's a lot of forms we've got to fill out. There's a lot of restriction requirements that we have to meet, and we have to get an application from the diocese to get permission to open. So we're going through all that at the moment. Our team have been working hard, particularly Beth in the office, developing documentation. I've sent you on an email, so hopefully you've got the email. It has all the dates in it, and I hope you'll read that. If you didn't get the email, please contact the office and let us know so we can send you that email. But next Wednesday, we'll be open at 10:30 in the big church. And again, we can only have 50 people and you have to RSVP. But there'll be no singing, but we're going to do communion with morning prayer. So that's at 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday mornings in the big church at St. Thomas's. And that will be traditional morning prayer with communion and no singing. The Sunday, we'll have a 7:30 a.m. Traditional morning prayer with communion as well. So it's going to be really important that you ring the office and book for that as well. We've got to max it out at 50. And if you haven't pre-booked, and if you don't get in the first 50, I'm afraid we can't let you in. A lot of people haven't quite understood that this has been a public health directive, which is law. And even if we wanted to, we don't have a choice. So please bear with us and be patient. We're doing all that we can to try to help us be church together. So as part of that, we'll have to have all the social distancing measures, and when you come, you'll see that we've marked out line markings outside the church, and then in the church, the seating arrangements have to be adhered to. If you're part of a family group, so husband and wife or family, then you can be together and you can decide on the social distancing that you want to do. But as far as non-family members, you have to follow the guidelines that have been set by the public health order. And it is very conditional on that. But look, it's going to be a great joy to be together for that morning prayer. And maybe, if you aren't able to come for the Sunday morning, then please do book in for the Wednesday morning afterwards. Now, the great thing is that some of you, we're still doing the traditional service online as well, and some of you would much prefer to stay in your lounge rooms, and you can sing to your heart's content. And we'll keep doing as we've been doing. I know I've loved it, actually. I've really enjoyed that way of being church. Although I have to say, the next part is what I'm really happy about. I've been missing so many of you, and it's been great connecting with some of you through the cafe this week. But we're going to be opening up the cafe area. Now, because it's a cafe and not a church, and because it's not a religious gathering, it has a different set of restrictions and rules. So it's outdoors, so we can have a larger group of people outdoors. And so we're going to have morning tea down on the deck. So if you want to watch church at home and then come down and have a cuppa, please come and do that. The cafe will be open till 12:30, and all the other services will be invited to join for morning tea as well. Okay, so the next thing is for the modern services. Now, in the number of modern service people that we talked to, almost all of them said, you know what, if we can't sing and we can't do the things we love to do as church, then we'd rather just watch from home still and get the full church experience. So we're going to keep live streaming our online modern service. And we'll premiere that at 9 a.m. for the 9 a.m.s at St Thomas's, and we'll premiere that at 11 a.m. for the Trinity folks. So you can get up and watch at your normal time, which I know for some people, if you're a creature of habit, is good. So keep doing that. But come on down after you've watched your service. Get dressed. I know that will be a new experience for some of you because you've been used to doing church in your jammies. But put on some real clothes and come on down. We're going to have the cafe open, and we're going to have a bit of fun because we're going to be putting up an online menu for you to have a look at. And through our cafe, we're going to be offering some really tasty food options that you can pre-order. And of course, we'll have our real barista coffee brewing. So that's going to be great fun. So the idea being that we just want to be together. And let's face it, isn't that what really church is about? It's about being able to worship God, being able to encourage one another, and being able to be together to fellowship. And, the great thing about being church is where our friends are too. So we'll be able to do that as best we can. Now, is this going to please everyone? No. I know some of you have already let me know that it's disappointing, and I hear you and I understand, and I hope you'll accept that we really are doing everything we can with the restrictions that we have. One of the things that's been really difficult to navigate is that we have to hand wash down with hot water and detergent every surface before and after. And if you can imagine the amount of work that requires, both at Tomo's and at Trinity, it just means that between services we just don't have time. And who do we decide can come and who can't? You can say first in, best dressed, but that's not a very loving way to do church. It's certainly not the kind of way we want to be church. So until the day when it gets to 100, we'll have no problem, and we'll be fully open. So hopefully that's coming in July sometime, possibly earlier. Certainly this opening to 50 was earlier than the government said it would be. So we live in hope that we could be going to 100 sooner than they have foretold. Particularly the way the virus is just, not present in our community anywhere near what they thought it might be. So very encouraging signs. All our life groups will continue as normal, and life groups, as long as they meet the social distancing requirements, are able to meet in homes. I know some of the Bible study groups are back together, which is exciting. We still have restrictions on using the church facilities until such time as we have all of our COVID safe plans in place and the diocese has approved them. So some groups are still operating from home for that reason. What else can I tell you? I think that's pretty much it. So just to recap, Wednesday 10:30 a.m. and Sunday mornings at 7:30 a.m. morning prayer with communion, and that communion you'll pick up outside and bring in with you so that you're the only person that handles your stuff. The modern service then will be still online, as is the traditional service, but we're opening the cafe up. So we encourage you, come on down, have a really great cup of coffee, have a chat with your friends, get some yummy food, pre-order. What's really cool is we're setting up the outdoor deck area and the big grass area there. So you can bring, bring a picnic blanket, bring chairs, bring your device. You can watch church from there if you want, which is kind of fun. So I think that's probably it from me. It's exciting either way. I think we're only a matter of weeks away from being fully together again as a church. So stay safe, stay well. I'm praying for you, and we really are living in exciting times right now. And I pray you protect your heart and your mind from the negative media, because this is still God's world. We are God's children, and He has good plans for us and for our nation and for our world. So don't lose your peace because of the ingesting of negativity through news or social media. Hold on to that which is good. Hold on to that which is noble. Hold on to that which is pure. And remember that God is good and has good plans for you and for His world. And remember, as Jesus said in the Lord's Prayer, on earth as it is in heaven. That's what's coming. All right. God bless you. See ya.